This is Umar for BoxNation. What are you saying, Frank?
Don't say I didn't tell him.
You told the whole world.
I got belief in him, and I said from the beginning the tactics of this fight was to put the other guy on the back foot, and it was about the back. It was going to be about who can control the fight with a jab. Daniel did that from the first bell, and that was the key to it. And as I said, in plenty of interviews recently, I said the fighter that goes on the back foot will get beat.
Yeah, you did say who lands the first shot, and Daniel really was the boss from the first round, Frank.
He was, but he had to he had to go and stamp his authority on the fight, and that's what he did. He stamped his authority.
Should it have been stopped earlier? Was that too late?
I think it could have been stopped earlier, to be quite honest. I do. I think there was a couple of times in the fight where, certainly that first knockdown, his hands touched the floor. That should have been a count, and he may not have got to the end of the round.
What did you think of Anthony tonight, Frank?
Anthony, I think he was superbly trained for the fight. He was coming off of wins. He was a winning fighter going in there. Showed a lot of power in his previous fights. He was in with a young guy who I've said is getting better and better, who showed grit tonight, gritted his teeth, got caught with a tremendous shot and a good uppercut, AJ caught him with, and he done what he had to do.
Frank, after the Joyce loss, the manner of that loss, the Usyk loss, nationally, Daniel Dubois was getting criticised at a young age. Yourself, George, Queensbury have stuck by him. He's obviously had to deliver in the ring in the last two fights and tonight.
He's done it. He's done it because we had faith in him and we did stick with him because I believe in him. And he's a young fighter, especially heavyweights when they're young. And I knew what happened, the circumstances of that fight. Joe Joyce his jab was superb that night, but he was in front on the cards. He got caught with a big punch, which caused a lot of damage to his eye. And he had no choice to do what he did. And I'm glad he did do it because otherwise this wouldn't be happening tonight.
Frank, I know you were very, very confident in Daniel, but did you think it was going to be that dominant, honestly?
I felt whoever went on the back foot, and I said it before the fight, whoever got put on the back foot would struggle.
Do you think Joshua's done at the top level?
We'll see if he comes back, if he's going to carry on.
Or was Daniel just that good tonight?
I think Daniel tonight was. I wish he was in with Usyk.
What's that?
I wish he'd have been in with Usyk.
What, would he have beaten Usyk tonight?
I think so. That Daniel Dubois, with that mindset, would have done it. And he's overcome any demons he's had. He's overcome them, and he's put in three guys he fought were all undefeated, and then he's fought the nation's favourite. He come in here as a massive underdog, written off. Everybody's written him off. It was all going to be over in 6 rounds or 3 rounds. It was going to be finished, and it wasn't. And he won every round. Every round.
He's really found a home in Don Charles as well, would you say, Frank?
Sorry?
He's really found a home with Don Charles?
Yeah, I do. I think Don's done a brilliant job.
Because he's changed trainer a few times for a young fighter.
Yeah, he has, and Don's done a good job. The whole team's done a good job. He's come through. He's delivered the promise that we all knew he had.
Surely he's got to be put in with the winner of Fury Usyk in a rematch.
We'll see what happens after that fight.
The whole world must be calling for that fight.
I'm sure they are, but let's see what happens after the fight.
He's become a real superstar tonight. What an event.
Well, I said, and I get it. People cheering AJ. He's been the nation's favourite for, 10 years. He won the gold medal for the UK. And I felt he would get moved. But I said after the fight, they'll cheer him going out. They cheered him.
What did Anthony say to you guys after the fight? Did he say anything?
I just said to him, I told him straight. I said, I'm telling you from my heart, it takes 2 to make an exciting fight like that. And we showed courage all the way to the end. Anything
you want to add with?
In what way?
Anything you want to add with? Kakachi, good win?
Great win. Boxed extremely well. He's got in the trenches at times. Josh Warrington's a tough competitor. He come to fight, but he did what he had to do.
Unfortunately, losses for Mark Chamberlain and Willie Hutchinson, Frank, tonight for yourself.
Well, I've got to tell you, I thought Mark weren't at the races. I don't know what happened. He had an off night. But I'm not going to take it away from the other Josh.
Josh Padley,
because he done bloody well. I'm not going to diss him at all. He done well.
And Joshua Boatsy and Willie Hutchinson, thoughts on that one?
Sorry?
Thoughts on Boatsy Hutchinson?
Yeah, I mean, it was despite the knockdowns and why he took the point off him, I do not know. I mean, I thought that was a bit severe, and he got caught himself. You look at, I watched him back on the TV monitor there. He got caught with a few low blows himself. But look, we're not going to be a crybaby about it. It's the business about winners and losers, and at the end of the day, it's not like Mark's had the granny knocked out of him, and he got beat, and he needs to learn from it, and he will learn from it, and he'll come back stronger.
I just remembered actually before this fight, Eddie Hearn and Frank Smith said it's double points if AJ wins, so is that 20-0 to you now?
Yeah, that was another one, yeah. No, it's bloody exciting. Great night for British boxing, great night for Daniel. We're obviously really pleased at Queensbridge. Riyadh season, the Wembley edition came to London and it delivered big time.
Absolutely did. Frank Warren, thank you very much.
Pleasure.